The Trump administration is exempting smartphones, computers, and other electronics from the full wrath of its trade war with China. Those products are now only subject to a 20% tariff on China that the White House put in place last month. Other Chinese goods will still face import taxes of 145%. At the White House Monday, President Trump said this about his tariff philosophy.
Look, I'm a very flexible person. I don't change my mind, but I'm flexible. And you have to be. You just can't have a wall and you'll only go. No, sometimes you have to go around it, under it, or above it. I don't want to hurt anybody, but the end result is we're going to get to the position of greatness for our country.
CBS News MoneyWatch correspondent Kelly O'Grady joins us now. Kelly, who are the winners and losers from this latest move?
So Apple is a big winner, right? Because most of their production is done in China. So all of the iPhones coming over, sure, still a 20% tariff, but much better than 145% tariff. And you can really see that in the stock. It was up 2%.
But essentially, is it the administration saying, look, big billion-dollar corporations, you're going to be exempt from this. You don't have to bring manufacturing back to the U.S., but you mom and pop shops who are currently using China to manufacture your goods, you are going to be subject to this 145% tariff.
That's a possible read on it, though Apple has committed $500 billion to build up some manufacturing capabilities in the U.S. So the White House may also have taken that as a, hey, well, you know, you're doing this, we're going to give a pass there. But look, across the board, tech was a really big winner today because of the fact that so much of that production comes from China. Another big winner, there doesn't seem to be a deal on the table, but auto stocks popped when the president hinted that there might be some flexibility there. So Ford, GM, Stellantis all increased when he said, you know, we might try and give them some help.
President Trump also suggested in terms of tariffs against semiconductors. We import most of our semiconductors from Taiwan?
Yes, correct.
Okay, so what would that look like, and what is that doing to the markets?
So that would be really tough for companies like NVIDIA, like AMD, basically all of these companies that are driving the AI revolution, because you need this technology, these chips, in order to do that. But you have already seen some of these companies. NVIDIA came out today and made a big announcement and said, you know, we are going to invest hundreds of billions of dollars. We're already making some of our Blackwell chips. That's their flagship chip in Phoenix. But it's going to be tough for that foreseeable future, because that doesn't happen overnight if you were going to see a higher tariff than right now, which is the 10% tariff on goods coming from Taiwan, for example.
So maybe we saw a little bit of optimism when it comes to the auto sector, but in general, are the markets still pretty jittery right now? Are they factoring in future volatility?
Absolutely. I mean, every investor that I speak to is saying we are not sure where things are going to go minute by minute. And in fact, there was a survey from CEOs, over 300 CEOs. They think that there is a over 60% chance of a recession in the next 6 months, and that's up from 48% last month. And so maybe, you know, that doesn't mean that they're right, but I highlight that to answer your question that, yeah, there's a lot of uncertainty, a lot of jitteriness.
But also, if it was 48% of CEOs and now 60% of CEOs saying that we could face a recession in the next 6 months, does that drive their business decisions that could affect you and me?
And that is the concern, that maybe they hold off on hiring, they make less investments. Only time is going to tell, though.
Okay, Kelly O'Grady, thank you.